Mandy Moore hasn't had the easiest journey to finding love. Her first marriage to Ryan Adams crumbled and left the actress feeling broken and alone. But not for long. She finally found the love she deserved with Taylor Goldsmith. However, the actress finally decided to open up about the real reason her first marriage failed and the dark reasons she had to walk away to save herself. Mandy Moore first started dating musician Ryan Adams towards the end of 2007. However, the couple was adamant about denying all of the dating rumors that surrounded them. It's unclear why they chose to keep their relationship a secret, but it's possible that they were just enjoying the bubble of their romance without having to deal with the public's opinion. When an article in the Daily Intelligencer mentioned that they were a couple around March of 2008, Adams even went so far as to say, "I can't believe you guys would print lies like that." A year later, it was reported that Ryan had proposed to Mandy, and just 1 month after that, reps for the couple confirmed that they had gotten married. During an interview with Marie Claire, Mandy gushed about her new husband, calling him a good egg and sharing, "I'm in awe of him, his brain, his passion. He's truly one of a kind." Moore also opened up about her musical connection to her husband. "That's definitely a common interest between the two of us. There's always music playing in the house or being written. It's nice to be able to share that with one another and share new things that we discover and find." Their shared love and passion for music brought the pair even closer. Mandy explained that she had a lot of respect for her new hubby and all the hard work he put into his music. She also shared that they were writing and collaborating on music together at home, but she wasn't sure if they would share their musical creations with the rest of the world just yet.
I don't know if we would ever necessarily go on tour. I think our fan bases are pretty distinctively different, which is fantastic, but I always go on the road with him and support him, but I don't know. I think I'd like to keep a clear delineation between our professional lives at this point.
Over the next few years, the couple's marriage flew mostly under the radar. For their 5th-year wedding anniversary in 2014, they celebrated with a 1950s-themed party with their closest family and friends. An insider shared that Mandy and Ryan were lovely together. The pair also welcomed a lot of furry friends into their home. Mandy said, "I have 4 adopted cats myself at home, and I'm a big animal advocate and lover," adding that she was lucky to be married to someone who felt the same way. She shared that they had their own little zoo and there were always animals in between them. Adam, on the other hand, wasn't always too thrilled to speak about his personal life. He made headlines in 2014 after he refused to answer a couple of personal questions about his marriage. The singer explained, "I just hung up because I was on the radio getting asked about my wife. I was really nice about it the first time, and I'm sorry, but I won't repeat myself." Ryan added that he was a private person and that he would never speak about his marriage. He concluded, "I'll never talk about it, ever." Perhaps he wasn't willing to talk about his marriage because, behind closed doors, it seemed that things between him and Mandy were not going as well as people thought. It wasn't long after the radio incident that the couple made a shocking announcement that they were going to be getting a divorce. So, after almost 6 years together, Mandy and Ryan parted ways. A rep for the now former couple shared in the announcement, "It is a respectful, amicable parting of ways, and both Mandy and Ryan are asking for media to respect their privacy at this time." The divorce was finalized in 2016. However, Mandy didn't stay lonely and heartbroken for long. Shortly after her divorce was finalized, she met another musician, Taylor Goldsmith. Moore wasn't going to let her failed marriage hold her back from finding love again because it didn't take long for her and Taylor to become an item.
It's pretty dreamy, yeah. He always is playing the piano or playing guitar.
Mandy later shared, "I was still dealing with the trauma of my divorce when we started dating. Taylor was steadfast in his support. That was a huge sign for me." In September of 2017, the actress was spotted wearing what seemed to be an engagement ring while out and about in LA. Naturally, it didn't take long for rumors of an engagement to start swirling around. This time, however, the actress was not shy about sharing the details of her relationship because she soon confirmed that she and Taylor were planning to head down the aisle. What was more surprising was that Mandy's ex, Ryan, even showed his support after she confirmed her new engagement to Taylor. He tweeted, "Rooting for you, #ThisIsUs." 1 month into their quiet engagement, Moore revealed that she and her then-fiancé were hoping to host a small, private ceremony for their wedding and were hoping to keep things intimate rather than a big and over-the-top celebration. She confessed, "I've never dreamed about a wedding or a dress or any of those details." She also added that she and her future husband would both be open to adopting children when they were ready. In October of 2018, Mandy opened up about her failed marriage to Ryan, admitting that, "I didn't choose the right person." She also shared that she felt spiritually and fundamentally stuck during their marriage. She explained that she didn't feel guilty about the divorce, and she didn't fault herself for it either. She added, "When people said, 'I'm sorry,' I was like, no. Sorry would have been had I stayed in a very unhealthy situation. I didn't. I found my way out, and when I did, things opened back up again."
Once I dropped those bags, I realized the power that I had, and I just haven't looked back.
This was the first time the actress admitted that her marriage had been unhealthy, and gave people an idea of why things hadn't worked out between her and Ryan. Her ex, on the other hand, responded by joking on Twitter that things between him and Mandy were doomed from the start. However, with her wedding to Taylor approaching, it seemed that Mandy was taking a lot of time to reflect on her previous marriage. Perhaps, now that she was happy with Taylor, she realized how unhappy she had been with Ryan. Moore opened up about her previous relationship further in another interview, sharing, "When I think back to that particular time period that we're talking about, it was heavy, it was dark, it was confusing, it was lonely." She confessed that in her marriage to Ryan, there was no room for her to have anything else in her life. Mandy went on to explain that while she was married, she was scared about ruffling feathers because she didn't want to cause any trouble. She constantly felt like he was more important than her, and that his choices and everything he wanted had to come before her. In November of 2018, Mandy walked down the aisle and into a newer and brighter chapter of her life. She and Taylor tied the knot in front of close friends, family, and her This Is Us co-stars at a romantic sunset ceremony. She shared their special union, "I'm with my person, I'm with the right person." It seemed like Mandy couldn't have been happier with her new hubby by her side. But while the actress was on her new journey with Taylor, she decided it was time for her to reveal the truth about what really happened between her and Ryan. At the beginning of 2019, Mandy shocked fans when she accused Adams of psychological abuse in a New York Times expose, which also featured allegations from 6 other women. She shared, "Music was a point of control for him. He would always tell me, 'You're not a real musician because you don't play an instrument.' His controlling behavior essentially did block my ability to make new connections in the industry during my entire mid to late 20s.
It really destroyed my relationship to music. It destroyed, now I'm gonna get emotional. It destroyed my sense of self. It destroyed my belief in who I was as a musician and as a singer."
Moore also confessed that the two would write songs together, which Adams promised to record, but ultimately never followed through. She added that he'd booked them time in the studio just to replace her with other women. Mandy also explained that he would often lash out at her and become verbally abusive. Ryan, on the other hand, adamantly denied Moore's allegations through his lawyer, calling them completely inconsistent with his view of the relationship. For fans, it was truly heartbreaking to hear that Mandy had such a difficult time during her first marriage, but they were also proud of her for having opened up about it. Over a year later, Adams made a public apology for his behavior towards Mandy and the 6 other women who had come forward about the psychological abuse. The next day, Moore said on the Today Show that she finds it curious that someone would make a public apology but not do it privately.
And I'm not looking for an apology necessarily, but I do find it curious that someone would sort of do an interview about it without actually making amends privately.
Yeah.
Since then, Mandy has done nothing but blossom in her marriage to Taylor. In August of 2020, she gushed over her husband on social media for his 35th birthday. She captioned in a sweet post, "I'm not sure what I did in a past life to deserve you, but it must have been something big. You are undeniable. Thank you for trusting me with your heart. I love you more than anything." Just 1 month later, Moore announced on Instagram that she and Taylor were going to be expecting their first child together. She shared that their baby boy would be arriving in early 2021. When Mandy won the Drama TV Star of 2020, she thanked her husband for his endless support at the People's Choice Awards.
And the love of my life, Taylor, I'm so excited to bring this baby boy into the world with you.
In February the next year, the couple debuted their baby boy with a touching Instagram post. "Gus is here, our sweet boy, August Harrison Goldsmith." He was punctual and arrived right on his due date, much to the delight of his parents. We were prepared to fall in love in all sorts of brand new ways, but it goes beyond anything we could have ever imagined. An insider close to the couple shared that the new parents were happier and stronger than ever. They shared, "Mandy is such a fan of Taylor in every way. He's a genuinely sweet and nice guy and is so kind to Mandy. They are always holding hands and cuddling and look so in love. Mandy has truly found her soulmate. After her abusive marriage, this is what she deserved. They both sing and play music for their son. It truly is her fairy tale ending." In June of 2022, the couple made an exciting announcement when they shared that they would be expecting another baby boy to join their family. Mandy shared the news on Instagram and captioned, "One incredibly seminal chapter of my life just ended, and the next one, as a mother of two, is about to start. And are we ever so deeply grateful and excited?" If there's one thing we can learn from Mandy's journey to finally find happiness, it is that sometimes things don't work the first time around. But that's no reason to give up on love. After everything she had to endure during her first marriage, she came out stronger, and she knew she deserved to be loved in only the best way possible. It seems like Taylor came at just the right time in her life.
This is what I went through all of this madness in life for, like to find this person.
Not only did he heal her heart, but he loved her and treated her like the queen that she is. We couldn't be happier for them both.